Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing fantastic today. So many of you asked me about what's the job situation in Berry, like what I should look for when I'm trying to apply for a job, then what in tech it's good for me to come in Berry so that I can get a good job. So this vlog is going to be about all those stuff, but I'm going to be more generalized about it, so you would get a perfect idea about the job situations, what intake is good for it, and how you should apply for a job when you come over here. So before starting, I would like to tell and give you a reminder, please don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that bell icon, and let's get into it. So let's talk about how I found my part-time job in Berry. When I started applying for part-time jobs, I was mainly applying for jobs like for positions which were like cashiers, sales associate, customer service representative, because I wanted to develop my communication skills which would help me in future. Not just that, but I also wanted to learn how to behave in social over here, because it's very different compared to what we have back at home and over here, right? So I wanted to really learn how to speak well and professionally, which would not just help me right now for my personality development, but would also help me for my future career aspects. So that was my first priority when I started looking out for jobs. Then the second one was I was not having any previous experience when I was living in India. So it was very difficult for me to find a job over here without an experience. That's what everyone told me. But I never lost hope. I used to apply like 20 different applications every day. So in a hope that I could get at least one interview call. So that was just me. So I started applying for various companies like Walmart, Princess Auto, then Home Depot, Canadian Tire, and H&M. Oh my god, so many of them every day, and even today I apply some of them because I want to continuously develop my own self. So I don't, but if you get a good job, you can do it, but that's me. So I found my job in like around 2 weeks when I came over here, but that was a different situation. Today is a different situation, but even though there are completely different situations, you can still find a job in Berry. I really believe so that much. If you believe in your own self, you can find a job. It's just you have to be consistently applying for jobs every and each day, and do not lose hope. And this one thing has been stuck in my head ever since I've been over here, that when I started applying for my jobs, I was one day so down. I was like, oh my god, I'm applying for so many jobs and I'm not getting any interview calls. But this one thing, this one quote kind of held in my heart, and ever since that time I never lose my hope and never lose my positivity, which is good things take time. So believe in it and just keep consistently applying for your jobs, and you will find a job. So based on my experience, I would like to share some tips which would help you to get a job when you come over here. So let's start with the very basics, which is creating a resume. So when you're creating a resume, first of course goes your contact information, which gives your employer a mode of contacting you when they feel you're a suitable person for the job. So that's the first thing goes when you're creating a resume. Then the second thing is about writing about yourself, like in a professional summary about yourself. You would write the education you like. Have you done a high school? If you've done a high school, where? And just a small like the school's name, the year, that's all. And like if you're in your Georgian college, describe the years, that's all. Just describe your education. Then comes the next. If you have any work experience, write down that one. Then list all the relevant skills you have. That would be like if you have good communication skills, if you have like fast learning skills, that would be included in relevant skills. That just gives a brief idea about yourself, about your qualities to the employer. At the very last, it just comes your availability. Like if you have registered for your course, you should have like an availability set up for you, right? Like if you're done with all your lectures and labs and everything by 4, then depending on that, you just give like, I'm available from 4 to whatever timing you wanted to work in. So that's the thing. So that's how availability would look like. So that's all goes under resume and how you should create a resume. So it is very important that you make the resume according to the Canadian format. That's a way, like I would say, a way through which you can get a job. I would also suggest that you make good connections with people who are already over here, or otherwise just connect with your friends or housemates who are already over here and ask them if they have any job positions available at their workplace and request them to refer you at their workplace. So that's like a one way you can also get a job. So making a good connection would not just help you to get part-time jobs, but would also help you in future to get full-time jobs. So it's very important that you make good connections in your life throughout your journey over here. So the second step that comes up is your application process. So when you are applying for a job, try to keep in mind that you have come over here for developing yourself, not just by personality, but also your skills, which you already have or maybe would acquire as the time goes by. Because you have obviously paid so much and have done so much to be here, right? So you don't want it to be just going in waste. So I would say try to look out for such jobs which would kind of give you a good experience, like would teach you a different thing which you never thought you had, or maybe would just improve the skill you already had. That's the sole reason why I chose to mainly apply for those positions which were like cashier or sales associate or customer service, because that would help me to improve my communication skills, but would also teach me how should I speak professionally and how to convince, or I would say just a sales experience I needed. So that's why I was mainly focusing on applying on such job positions. So I would say try to find out and minimize the positions you wanted to go for, and thinking that this would help you in your future when you're applying for other job applications. Also, kind of a reminder, if you want, you can also look out for job positions which are related to your field, and that would be also helpful to your future, like according to the future. But if you're not getting into such kind of fields, I would say try to develop the other skills you have. That would also kind of make an impact when you're going to find jobs related to your field after completing your course over here in Georgia or any other college. Also, I would like to mention about this thing that I have found out that people have been printing out the resumes. I had my friends printing out the resumes and going in person to the restaurant or to Walmart or other places to apply for jobs and handing out the resumes, the printed copies of resumes. But trust me, it's totally fine if you go on Indeed and just make a profile and apply for jobs. That's the best you can do. That's how I found my jobs. And trust me when I say this, I have never ever went out and handed out my resumes. And the job I have today, it's also through Indeed. So I would say just sign up for Indeed and apply on Indeed as much as you can, because handing out printed copies of the resumes is not such a good idea, because I have heard that they usually dump the resumes you have been printing out, and it's totally a waste of your paper and your energy at the very same time, and also your time. So I would say just go on Indeed and apply for positions. LinkedIn would not just help you to make good connections, but would also help you to know which place has a job opening and are they actively hiring anyone. So I would suggest to make a profile on LinkedIn and get started on it. Like, you can also see jobs, like you can search jobs in like using a filter like Berry if you want to work in Berry or any other place, and you can get many job openings. You can see many job openings according to whatever area you have selected. Also, if you're a Georgian college student, I would suggest you to go onto Georgian college student website and go onto the topmost right side of the page, where you can click that 5 or 6 dots and you can see all the options like for Blackboard, My Banner, Student Portal and everything. And when you scroll down a little bit, you would see Georgian Connects. So get into it, sign into student by using your student number and your password, and then just look up for part-time jobs on campus or off campus. So that's another way that you can look for part-time jobs which are off campus and on campus as well. Yeah, so many questions were related to which is the best intake where I can come and I'll find a job. So I would say that summer and fall is a good intake to come and find a job easily compared to winters. But trust me, if you do whatever I have said previously in this video, in this vlog, and you have a desire to find a job, then no one can stop you from getting a job. So I would say try to not think of reasons and just try to focus on what you want, and you will find a job apart from whatever intake you come over here. It would take some time, have some patience, I would say, but you would find a job by the end of the day. So don't stress about it. Just try to keep on applying and you will find a job. It doesn't depend on what intake you come in, but if you have a choice, try to choose wisely, I would say. But if you do not, then don't stress about it. Come over here, have some patience, try to apply as much as you can, and have a good positive energy, and you will find a job when you come over here. So, another point that I would like to add is when you are registering for your course, I would say choose the timetable which gives you at least 6 hours of availability. 6 hours, 7, 5 max, because that would help you to, give good hours to your employer, as well as you can study, because I have seen so many over here that don't realize this point and just end up working all day long, which should not be your priority when you come over here, because you have been spending so much money. Your topmost priority should be to also come to college and study, and at the very same time manage your work. So this point which I just mentioned about getting good hours of availability after your college, so yeah, that would help you to balance your college life and your work life at the very same time. So try to use all the points I have mentioned, and it's very easy. Don't stress out about it. Whatever intake you come in, if you desire to have a job, you will get what you want. So don't worry, just come over here. It's gonna be a good roller coaster ride, I would say. And yeah, have fun. And thank you for watching this vlog. I really appreciate you watching and subscribing to my channel at the very same time. Yeah, if you have any more questions, please do ask me in the comment section. And the last thing I would say is, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon. And I'll see you next time. Bye.